everyone. Thank you for having me here, Madam Toastmaster and fellow Toastmasters, as well as guests. So my speech today is, who am I? So this morning, I have to tell you a little bit about myself, which is a little hard to do. Surprisingly, I grew up and I was a very shy person. I still kind of am shy. I had to kind of create an outgoing personality because of all the things that I do, and I kind of started doing that. But I'll tell you a secret, very few people know the real me. There's different levels of me. So hopefully by getting to know me today and through my speeches, you'll get the real me. So that's my goal, to be more authentic. I was raised in an immigrant Muslim family, originally from India. I was brought up to succeed in school and be an independent woman. My dad was the first to go to college, and I was the first in my generation of my grandparents' kids to go to college. So, and my dad grew up very poor in his country. So if he hadn't come to this country at 15, I don't know what my life would have been. So I grew up very shy. In high school, I barely said a word. Because my dad wanted us to be outgoing, I joined Model UN and debate club, which was like, Model UN was our version of debate club. And I would force myself through that one course of the weekend to say one thing. So I had to like psych myself up. I would put my name on the list, but I would purposely put the name at the end, so sometimes I didn't get called every day, which is, but at least I put my name on there. In college, I got admitted to a women's college, a small college, and there, as a small college, as a freshman, as a sophomore, I got put into leadership roles. So I had to speak, I had to talk to different companies about sponsorships and things like that. I also had to do honors presentations every semester in almost every class. So that forced me to do handouts and prepare topics. So as Stephen said, I'm good if I know the topic well inside and out, and I feel comfortable doing that. I joined Toastmasters to become a better speaker, also to learn some leadership skills as well. So in college, I realized that I couldn't be a shy person. I had to actually cultivate a very social personality. And so you know me as being very social, but different people know different levels of me. And in medical school, I also was very social, and I would plan events and dinners and things like that. I'm a planner, so I kind of need to set a schedule. So I had to tell you guys and put myself accountable by making a schedule. Otherwise, I am going to be the biggest procrastinator. Higher high school was procrastination, and then in college, I realized that if I didn't put a deadline down for myself, it wouldn't get done. And as work increased in college and medical school, and I was now a small fish in a big pond, I had to set those deadlines to actually function. And even now, I set like false deadlines just so I can make sure I do. I don't know, productivity, people say that that's not really what you're supposed to do. So before I leave today, I will schedule my next speech. I'm very fortunate that in my private gynecology practice, I do have opportunities to be speakers. So I talk for a number of women's healthcare topics. And when I first came to Trinity, Newport Richey, and I joined private practice, I worked with Ethicon, Johnson & Johnson, and I was very fresh out of residency, fellowship. I didn't have a lot of experience, but luckily these companies invested time into speaker training programs. So that was great because that actually got me comfortable with doing these speaking programs. But then, of course, the pharma companies and all that dry up. So for the last 8 years, there hasn't been any speaker training. In 2016, I went to 2 training programs. One was Dale Carnegie, another was another company, and they had a whole day of speaker training where they critiqued us and did everything. So, I really enjoyed that, and so that's why I put it on my goal for 2017. Even though I do a number of speeches each month and I talk for different companies, I'm still very nervous, and it's very anxiety-provoking for me. I know it doesn't seem like that, but it is for me. So hopefully through Toastmasters, I'll be a little bit more comfortable. Also the ums and the so's, and kind of clean that up a little bit. It is very gratifying to talk to women about women's health topics. And of course, since I know women's health, I will be talking about those topics to you guys so that women don't have to suffer in silence. So today I'm not talking about women's health, it's about me. I have my own practice where I do gynecology and women's health. My desire to help people comes from my Muslim background. I was raised to be a Muslim. Some of you may say that I don't cover my hair, I wear skirts and things like that, but I believe that my religion is internal, and I don't necessarily, what you see shouldn't define who I am. Also, who am I? I'm an avid bead weaver. I make beaded jewelry. I do, that's the limit of my artistic ability. I also like to do a lot of activities. I used to run marathons, and I also snow ski. After my bike accident last year, I tried to limit it to the gym and walking. I did get my bike fixed. So who am I? What do people know? I'm a gynecologist. I'm a Muslim. I like to do lots of activities. I try to plan things. So my challenge is people know me as different levels, and hopefully is to be more authentic. So you guys can get to know the real me as I get to tell you my speeches.